Welcome back to Mrs. Scott's Our Classroom. We are certainly having some technical difficulties this morning and this week so far, so hopefully I can get this out to you by Friday. Hopefully things are back to normal. But I wanted to show you, regarding my last video, on different ways to work on R. So I do have some crackers from my lunch today. I also have celery, but I mean, you could use celery, but I'm going to use the cracker just to show you. I don't know how much you'll be able to hear it, but so if you take your cracker, square might be better, but like I said, Mrs. Scott's gluten-free, so her stuff falls apart easily. So let's see, I'll try with a couple different sizes. Of course, they're all broken. Oh, that's a little bit too big, and that's a little bit too small. So actually, half that size would be better. So that's good. So that's good. All right, I'm probably gonna use this small one though. So, excuse me. So the trick is when you're doing the ah-rrr. Now, sorry. So if I bite down and use my jaw, the cracker breaks. That probably won't happen with normal crackers, but Mrs. Scott, again, the gluten-free stuff falls apart easily. So I'm gonna break this one. All right, this one's a little bit smaller, but so, and again, when you're holding something in that teeth, you're not gonna be able to as far. Sorry, this is part I learned about speech. Sometimes you get a little gross. Ah-rrr. Now something else you can do, take smaller pieces. Sorry, grab a drink. Seltzer water. Okay. Excuse me. So you can take two pieces. Now, sometimes it's hard to find that placement with the sides of the tongue. So what I want you to do is take the sides and you're gonna touch the crackers between the teeth and the sides of the tongue. Now, when we're saying it has to get way in the back. And I can't exactly fit the crackers all the way back. But this is just, oops, totally they fall apart easily. Is an easy way to get that sense of where our tongue should be. Now, if you can, lay in the back. All right, give me 1 second. Now, I could use something like celery. It's a little bit more durable. Let me try that. Clean my mouth out. So you don't see my chewed up crackers. Gross. Okay. So again, anything small like that, where it actually separate the jaw, the teeth, two sets of teeth, without, you don't want to be too wide open. So this is actually good. I don't know how much you can hear with my headphones in, but it's making a crunching sound when I bite down. So if I keep my mouth open, ah-rrr, 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 I can hear it crunching down when I'm biting down and using my jaw. Remember, we want our jaw open, want our lips still frozen, and then ah-rrr, ah-rrr. The idea of putting something between your teeth is just to help you anchor that jaw and make sure that it stays open. So we're gonna try some of our, this is silly, isn't it? I know, silly for me too, but it does help. So we're gonna anchor our jaw open. We are going to make sure our tongue is out all the way forward as far as you can with this in your mouth and all the way back. And then your lips are still. And this is another reason why R is so hard, because there's a lot of things you have to think about all at the same time. And you've probably never thought about where your tongue is when you're saying your sounds, right? You've never gone, oh, lion, oh, I'm sticking my tongue up, or money, I'm putting my lips together. All right, so I just broke this. Oh my goodness. Oh, I just moved my jaw. This might not be big enough, but that's way too big. Ah-rrr. Now, Mrs. Scott has a very wide tongue, and you might have a more narrow tongue, so your tongue might be able to protrude forward more than mine can, but you want to work on getting it ah-rrr. So it is hard for me to do it here, but it is good practice if you can find something that would fit in that jaw to keep it open and your tongue can still get past it. So I have yet to find the right item, but I'll keep working on that. So that is another thing. Remember, do it for like a minute. You can do it for a time period, like pick a minute in the morning and at night when you brush your teeth, or you can do it a number of times. So like I'm gonna do it 10 times when I brush my teeth in the morning and 20 times at night. You can do it ah-rrr, 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 and so on and so forth for 10. Or you can set a timer. Sometimes toothbrushes come with 2-minute timers for brushing your teeth because you're supposed to do it for 2 minutes. If you have one of those, my son has you turn it and it's a sand dial. It counts down with the sand. So you could do that. I mean, 2 minutes would be better than 1 minute. The more we do it, the more our tongue is getting used to that motion, and R is going to be easier to say. I do suggest you use cracker or goldfish or something that's wide enough or long enough to stretch your jaw, but not so wide and big that your tongue can't come forward for ah-rrr. Now listen, if it's either we're relying on our jaw, we're not getting our tongue far enough back. So try to get it as far back as possible, as far back as your tongue will allow. That's as far forward as I can go. Ah-rrr, that's as far back as I can go. So just do your best.